girl, the Red Rose, and welcome back to my channel! So today's video is going to be 15 movie suggestions that I think are worth the watch. They're in no particular order, no particular genre, and they're just me giving movies that I think are good. If you know me, then you know that I've always loved movies, series, animation, everything. I love all of that stuff. Ever since I was little, I grew up watching movies a lot, going to the movies a lot with like my father, my mother, and so I've just grown to really love movies, and I think that these movies are going to be movies that you guys love as well. This is going to be a series. So this is part 1 of movie suggestions from me. Just take what you want, and what doesn't resonate, just leave it be, okay? Okay. So now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first movie on my list is called The Platform. It is a Netflix movie, so if you have Netflix, you know, you can easily just type in The Platform and watch it. And it's basically about the star there. He's in a prison, and instead of the cells being side by side, the cells are stacked one on top of the other, numbered from 1 to the last cell number. And basically what happens is that there's just one platter of food being sent down, and the ones at the top are watching the ones at the bottom suffer and starve, basically. And I think the reason why I chose this movie, it's a movie I watched very recently. I watched this movie like last week with my friends. I think this movie is for those that are willing to think deeper than what you see on the surface. My advice is, when watching this movie, watch it from a critical, analytical standpoint as opposed to just a recreational standpoint. Don't just watch it just to watch it. Watch it and actually meds the message that the movie is trying to send. Actually a very relevant movie, because it is very raw about how societal norms are and how society works and how society will always work. I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give away too much of my opinion on the movie. I think this movie is very, very good to watch. It's grimy, your stomach is strong, it's very raw, but watch it. It's a good movie. The second movie on my list is Inception. Now let me just say this. Any movie with Leonardo DiCaprio or Johnny Depp, it's gonna be good, like, period. Like, you can't, if you tell me say Leonardo DiCaprio starred some movie or Johnny Depp starred some movie, it's gonna be a banger. I don't care. I will die on this hill. Anybody want to come fight me, we can go outside. Christ. Inception is one of the best movies I've ever watched, and I can say that easily. Inception is basically about, there's like a group of them, and they can basically enter people's dreams and steal ideas. It's pretty much a very illegal business, and it's just basically how all of that works. And then they come up with a crazy idea one day. I will not be telling you what the idea is. Watch it for yourself, and shit just hits the fan. It's such a great movie. It's directed by Christopher Nolan. Any movie by Christopher Nolan, count me in, sign me up. His movies are always super good, right up my alley. Like I said, I love a movie that's deep. I love a movie that makes me think. I love a movie that I can watch and get something from it. And so I think Inception is honestly one of the best movies I've seen. Just the storyline, everything, the movie just bad. Watch Inception. The next movie on my list is called Split. I watched this movie a while back. I think you can still find this movie on Netflix. This Split is what triggered one of the nerdy nerves in me when I watched it, because it's about a man who has dissociative identity disorder, or DID. It's a disorder that, because of very young childhood trauma, a person's mind creates different personalities as defense mechanisms or coping mechanisms when confronted with seemingly scary or threatening situations. And so this movie is about a guy, and he has 23 personalities, all with different capabilities, all completely different persons, and he's going around and he's doing some wild shit. And they're just trying to, and he has a 24th personality and all of that. It's just a really good movie. Not give it too much, watch it yourself. It's just so fascinating to me. I think it's a great watch. So watch Split. I think it's on Netflix. So the next movie on my list is called Interstellar. I think this is definitely a must watch. I watched it on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still there. Another movie directed by Christopher Nolan. That's my guy right there. I love his movies. And it's basically about the star being challenged with the task of finding a new planet for humans to live. I don't really like sci-fi movies. So generally I find that they're not really my cup of tea, but this movie was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Probably one of the best movies made since recently. It's a 2014 film. So I think if you haven't watched Interstellar yet, give it a watch. It's another movie that you have to be analytical about and really just like watch below or past the surface. You know what I mean? Watch and just take the deeper meaning from it. So Interstellar, definitely a must watch. The next movie on my list, I've recommended this movie for so many people to watch. I think it's great. Another one starring my boy Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, you must know me love Leo by now. Leo and Johnny are my boy them that. Cry. But Shutter Island is basically about two cops who go to an insane asylum, and everything that goes on, they're investigating somebody's missing and they're investigating it, but a bag of things go on. And this movie, I feel like, has one of the best plot twists I've ever seen in a movie. Brother, the plot twist lit me for 6, brother. I would have never saw that plot twist coming. Watch this movie, Shutter Island. Watch the movie, it's so good. It's on Netflix. See, I'm putting y'all on some good Netflix movie. Watch Shutter Island, it's on Netflix. Trust me, it's worth the watch. It's worth the watch. The next movie on my list is called The Lie. Let me tell you something. This movie got me so angry. Oh my god. This movie was so... Oh, I wanted to fight. Like, I wanted to fight. Let me tell you something. The whole time I'm watching the movie from the start, I'm like, something is off here. Something is off here. Something I go on with me. Just the whole movie I was pissed because I was like, man, no, so I gonna be some crap, brother. Watch this movie, it's so good. It's basically about this little girl. Her dad is bringing her to some kind of dance camp, something, and them see her best friend on the road, and that they're going to the same camp, and you know, him say, yo, pick up the girl and stuff, and then a bag of things transpire after that. You know me, I already gonna give you the movie, watch it yourself. I did not watch this one on Netflix. I didn't check if it was on Netflix because I watched this a couple months ago. So I'm not sure if it's on Netflix now. You guys can check, but I didn't watch it on Netflix. I watched this on a site. So if you want to give this movie a watch it on a site. And basically, the father pick up the daughter, then they say they want to stop and go use the bathroom, and then, you know, the father waits at the car, the two girls go away, and I don't want to give it away, but watch the movie, it's so good. And trust me, it's a bag of drama. It's gonna get you angry though. Like it got me angry. Like I would have things escalate. Give it a watch. It's called The Lie. It stars Joey King, the girl from The Kissing Booth. Good movie, watch it. So the next movie on the list is called A Star Is Born. It stars Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, and it's basically about, you know, two artists, they fall in love. The guy is struggling with, you know, his personal issues and alcoholism, and he encourages the girl who is played by Lady Gaga, her name's Ali, to follow her own dreams because she's an amazing singer. And eventually, you know, she gets there, and it's just a bag of things going on with the two of them and him battling his stuff. It's a very deep movie, very good. I think it won an Oscar. It's very, very good, and I think it's worth the watch. Compared to the last movies I've recommended, this is emotionally heavy, but I would say it's a lot slow. Like the pace is a lot slower. It's a lot calmer than the last movies that I've watched. The last ones are mainly like action, a lot of like things going on, but this movie is just basically about the story of a guy who is struggling. He's an artist and he meets this woman and he falls in love, and it's a good movie. Sad, a good watch. A Star Is Born. I watched this one on a site as well. It's not on Netflix. So if you want to watch it, you're gonna have to find it on whatever movie site you use. You can watch it there. I also love the soundtracks. It's very, very good. I'm on the deep end, watch as I dive in. It's really good. The next movie on my list is actually a movie that came out in 2000, so right after my born, and it's called American Psycho. Basically, it's about a guy that has an he's wealthy and he has like a extremely type A personality. He's like super, one would call him OCD, but he's actually a psychopath. And then eventually, since he's hiding it starts to get out of control and he can't control himself anymore. And so it's good. It's a good watch. It's interesting. It's a good movie. It's a classic actually. It's one of the movies that are considered a classic, cult classic. And I think, everybody should give this movie a watch. It's good. The next movie on the list is The Joker. The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. Very good movie. Very good movie. I think it's one of the best Joker movies, if not the best Joker movie. I watched this movie in the theaters and it was fire. It was so good. And this is another one of the movies that has like a deeper meaning. You know what I mean? I don't want to give too much away, but basically the Joker, he's humanized in the movie a lot. You see, that he's actually he's not really a villain. He's just someone that's super broken and struggling. And basically you see his reasons behind why he does what he does. And it's just like, sometimes good people snap, So I think The Joker is definitely a great watch. Amazing movie. I think when did it come out? I think it was 2019. Was it 2019? 2020? No, it wasn't 2020. It was 2019. I think it came out, and I think it's worth the watch. I definitely want to watch that movie again. I just haven't gotten around to it. So watch The Joker, the one starring Joaquin Phoenix the most recent Joker movie that came out. Very good. This next movie that is on the list is called The Visit. It's a Netflix movie, or at least it's on Netflix. I watched it on Netflix. It should still be there. Basically, it's about two kids that go see their grandparents that they've never met before in their lives, but little do they know that they stay at these grandparents. It's gonna be an experience. That's all I'm gonna say. First, a lot of points in this movie piss me off, like the mother, more slapper. That's a number one. And number two, this movie, it's a horror movie, but it's not like, to me, it wasn't scary. It was more like creepy. It was eerie. It was so eerie, but it wasn't like scary. It was just like, ooh, what the hell is going on here? I think The Visit is good. It's on Netflix. It stars Olivia DeJonge. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but watch The Visit. Another movie I would recommend watching is called A Simple Favor. It stars Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively, and it's basically Blake is Blake and Anna. Anna is a single mother. She's the happy homemaker, bake cookies, bring things to the fundraiser mom, and then Blake is like a very business oriented. She's not really like a present mother. She's very free-spirited and kind of like very weird, and like, is elusive the word? I don't know if that's the real elusive. Is that the word? I don't know if that's the correct word I'm using, but she's very weird. Like, she's mysterious. She doesn't like pictures and stuff. And then a lot of goes down because these two become friends because of their kids. And one day Blake just disappears, and that's when stuff start getting weird. It's a good movie. It's very interesting how everything play out. I don't know whose side I'm on, because girl, they both did messed up things in my eyes, but just watch the movie yourself, not give it too much. This next movie that I have is called Ex Machina. It's on Netflix. At least I watched it there. I'm not sure if it's still there. Check, but it should be. I watched this a while back, probably like about a year ago. It came out in 2014. I watched it last year. And it's basically about a guy that he was brought in for an experiment to assess an artificial intelligence, so like a robot. And as the description suggests, that things are going to go wrong when we talk about AIs and artificial intelligence. But that's another conversation for another day and another video. Watch this movie Ex Machina. It's very, very good, and this is another one that shows you, it gives you a little glimpse into the future, possibilities of what can happen if we allow AIs, especially if we start developing these advanced beings to take over our world. You're gonna see that it's gonna bite us in the butt in the end. So just watch this movie. It's very, very good. I don't want to tell you guys exactly what happened because basically I'm telling you the whole movie, but that's the gist of it. He goes to the experiment to assess this robot that they developed, that I think the guy was his boss before, something like that, and he was like formulated a good relationship with him, and he just went to do the experiment for the guy and basically communicate with the robot, spend time with the robot, see how it works and stuff like that. And then shit, you know, as you can imagine, things get wild. The next movie on the list is called Careful What You Wish For. It stars Nick Jonas and Isabel Lucas, and basically it's about a guy. He's a young guy. He goes to spend his summer in a town or something. I think he was with his mother or something, and then after that he meets their neighbors, which is like this really wealthy guy and his really pretty wife, and you know, that summer becomes a very memorable summer for him until things go wrong. And when they go wrong, I mean they go wrong, okay? So give this movie a watch. Give it a watch. It's very good. I enjoyed it. I've watched it probably about 2 or 3 times, and I think it's very, very good. Very, very good. I don't want to give away too much, but give it a watch. And the final movie on my list, I'm going to recommend because this is the best movie I've ever watched. It's my favorite movie. Yeah, it's my favorite movie. Yeah, I can say it's my favorite movie. It's called Apocalypto. If everybody and their mother is supposed to watch this movie by now, if you have not, what are you doing? Watch this movie right now. It's not even in English, but it's one of the best movies I've ever seen, ever. And I even saw a meme that said this movie is not even in English and it's one of the best movies ever created, and I stand by that. I will die on this hill. The movie shot. I've been watching this movie since I was little. I've watched this movie so many times. I don't need subtitles. Come, I know what I want, I know who I said what, and all of them stuff. The last time I watched this movie, I didn't even use subtitles. For sure, yourself, the movie shot. Hey, so basically, it's a very tribal movie. It's about the Mayan tribes, and basically what happens is that the lead of the movie, his name in the movie is Jaguar Paw. His tribe gets captured, and basically most of them have been annihilated, and who was left have been taken prisoner for sacrifice, because the other villages, they feel like they need to make more sacrifices to ensure abundance and prosperity and crops and stuff for them. But throughout the movie, the lead star, his wife is pregnant and he has a son. They have a son and she's pregnant, and basically what happens is that when they were ambushed, he hid her somewhere and left her there, and so his mission is to escape and go find his wife, his kids. And the wife is left there by herself. She's pregnant, she's vulnerable, she has to be hiding, she don't want to get captured because they're going to kill her, rape her and kill her, because they weren't taking, no, they did take women, but I think because she was pregnant, should I get killed? And he escapes eventually, and basically they're hunting him down, and he's trying to get back to his wife, and he has to go through a bag of things. Very good movie. Watch with subtitles because it's not in English. But trust me, it's super worth the watch. Super good movie. Amazing. Great. Can't say nothing more. The show shot. And here endeth the portion of my 15 movie recommendations. I will definitely be doing a part 2, a part 3, a part 4, or however many parts I feel like doing, because I have so many more movies. These are just a fraction of, not even a quarter of the movies that I've seen that are really, really good. These are just a few that I think would be a good co-watch for you guys. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment down below your own movie suggestions, because I'm always open for new movies to watch, especially in the summer now. Thank you guys for watching. Follow my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Twitter. They will be down right there at the bottom of the screen, right this. So they're always down there. As I said before, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a mother, sister, uncle, auntie, cousin, brother, everybody about my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.